Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of the FM Reboot. It's episode number 23, and today we're returning with two big games as we face the Saints back in the Premier League and off to a good start, and then Dortmund away in match day 6 of the Champions League group, as we'll find out who tops it and who finishes up runners-up. Before we get to games though, shall always be getting on off camera. So of course, in the last episode you saw the big win over Celtic on match day 3 in the Champions League and a 1-0 win over Aston Villa in a Midlands derby. 5 games in a run off camera, 3 draws and 2 victories as we extend our unbeaten run to 12 in all competitions. Starting off with a 5-1 victory at home to the Magpies, very comprehensive win this one. Raul Jimenez with another hat-trick, already his second of the season for the Mexican. I just gotta stop slagging off now, it's not fair on him, it really isn't. He carries this team at times, scored 3 of our 5 goals, the other 2 Daniel Pedence and Morgan Gibbs-White getting one as well. So Maxime grabbed a consolation goal for Newcastle, but that's all it was. And following that, goalless draw away at Bramwell Lane against the Blades. We've done very well in the save so far. Following that, we had three draws in a row. We had 2-2 draw away at Celtic Park. This is a huge game as well. I talked about it in the last episode. Match day 4 in the Champions League group. If we were to win, it was basically going to be all over for Celtic. But if they were to win, it was going to completely flip the script. And it was such a topsy-turvy game, really fitting of the occasion as well. Buendia gave us the opening goal from a James Ward-Prowse corner. El Unity levelled 3 minutes after the restart, and then they went in front 22 minutes after the second half, and I was thinking, okay, alright, we could be in a spot of bother here. 4 minutes to go. If we lost this game, it would have been massive, would have blown the group wide open, but Fabio Silva comes off the bench, and the youngster drills it in with his left foot into the bottom corner to give us a big point in Glasgow. And following that 1-1 draw at home to Leeds United, Jimenez once again going for his 3rd straight golden boot gave us the lead. Really poor goalkeeping. Don't know how that shot went in, but it did. And whilst Leeds would level right towards the end of the game, thankfully held on to the 3 points despite James Ward-Prowse coming off the bench and in literally like 60 seconds got himself sent off. It was ludicrous, but 1-1 the final score. But returned to winning ways in the final game run of camera, and this was the game to secure qualification as well. Because Dortmund and Celtic drew in match day 5, this win meant that we had guaranteed qualification. Beat Ajax by 3-0. It was all the goals came from range as well. Ruben Neves, James Ward-Prowse and Bruno Jordão, the goal scorers, all 3 of them belted in from just outside the area. Poor Andre Onana, man. Seriously, he stood no chance with the 3 strikes from outside the area in a big victory. So because of that, I'll show you the Champions League first. As you can see, qualification is now in the bag, again, due to Celtic and Dortmund drawing on match day 5. I think if Celtic would have won, actually, no, I was thinking about it, it wouldn't have mattered. They'd still be 4 points behind, so in the end, that win against Ajax confirmed it for us. We did qualify, and as you can see, because Dortmund scored a late goal against Celtic, unfortunately, it does mean we remain in 2nd place. Had Celtic held on there when they were leading by 2, we would have gone top with a game to spare. Unfortunately, it does mean we're in 2nd place. So unless we beat Dortmund on match day 6, our 2nd and final game today, then we will unfortunately finish as runners-up. So that's totally fine with me. I will feel the weakened side for it, because again, I can't see us winning in Germany regardless, to be honest. In the Premier League right now, as you can see, we're still in the top 4 for now. As a Burnley, go on, the Clarets in 3rd place right now. They're off to an amazing start this season. But as you can see, it's very tight indeed. It's early days, 12 games into the season, about a third of the way through. We're only 4 points off Southampton, our first opponents today, in 8th. So early doors, long way to go. You would have seen it in the league table though. Chelsea right now, just above the bottom 3. I mean, I can't say it's early doors and then start saying that there's a big team really struggling down the bottom of the table and put too much emphasis on it. But yeah, Chelsea right now, only 7 points in 11 games. Man City off to a tough start as well. You don't really see that often very much in FM. But again, it's early doors. It's early doors. It's a long way to go. So into the game, 4-2-3-1. Of course, you know, I love to control possession. And like I mentioned in the last episode, the only tactical change I've made for this season is we're now starting games off at a higher tempo as opposed to a lower tempo. I used to prefer it that way because it ordinarily means you're much more careful in possession and you conserve your energy, and then in the second half, if we're still tired or whatever, then I'll up the tempo. But I just feel like now we're taking the game to teams quicker and it seems to be quite beneficial for us. And right now, Ninja Port Traore is unfortunately down with twisted ankle. Not sure we'll see him today, and JWP is suspended after that stupid red card against Leeds. I literally brought him off the bench with like 2 or 3 minutes to go and then he got a straight red. Absurd. So Patricius in goal, back for his like Nuri by Big Chris and Brandon Williams as well. Nevers and Forsby through the middle. Pedence and Nato are the inside forwards of Buendia, supporting Jimenez up top. On the bench, Bettinelli, Cody, Robert Jordão, Gibbs-White, Trincao, and Fabio Silva as well. First of the 2, it's the Saints. Spalletti is still there, by the way. Touchline scuffle today? Who knows? Come on, Wolves. It's hard to get a manager rivalry in FM because it always seems like nowadays, like the opposing managers, as NATO goes down early, are always on good terms with you. As NATO's got a potential groin injury, so sub him off for Francisco Trincao. Yes, Spalletti made that comment last season that I deserve to be sacked, or so I think it was season 1 actually that I deserved to be sacked. But now, if you look at the relationship we have, it's actually considered good. So it's hard to actually create a genuine managerial rivalry. I'm not sure I'll ever have one as strong as I did in my FM17 save with Manchester United, with Mourinho. That was like a genuine rivalry. Nowadays, it's hard to get one. It's just fun, you know, it just kind of makes the saves a little bit more immersive, and it makes the games against those teams, you know, a lot more important. There's an extra edge to them, you know. That's why I wanted to come back with this one today. As Pedence finds Trincao, and he's just too good at the moment. Just too good. Jimenez is 12th for the year. Wolves in front early. Obviously, if we do want to be consistently in the top 4, these are the games we can't afford slip-ups in. At home against the side that we should be beaten. Newly promoted, lest we forget, but Che Adams makes it 1-1. Saints back on level terms. I don't know how they went down back in Season 1, because they've got such a decent team, and some really good youngsters as well, but Saints draw their leveller. Mason Holgate with a cross, Che Adams with the finish, and it's 1-1 in what's been a very even first half thus far. Yeah, I don't really understand it. Again, they've got a couple of like certified wonder kids in their team. They've got some really decent players. So it is surprising how they went down in Season 1. But again, that's the thing I like about FM. You know, it's something which at times can be very unpredictable. It's just very hard to determine, as João Pedro heads just over, what exactly is going to happen season by season. Like, you can have an idea based on the season preview and the quality of the teams, but sometimes just bizarre things happen. Again, look at Chelsea right now. I know the lead in Crystal Palace right now, but only just above the drop zone. That's a really strange thing to happen. Oh, we've got another injury. Pedence going down now as well. I'm going to have to bring on Fabio Silva as an inside forward like I did in the Celtic game. But wow, 2 of our wingers going down in one game. I don't think we've had like a major injury crisis thus far in the save. Like back in Season 1, I do remember we had quite a few injuries to deal with at one particular point in the season, but for the most part, we weren't exactly like in a lack of depth with a certain positional role as Raul gets his 2nd and 13th of the season to put us back in front. And again, that's why I like our squad right now. You know, I mentioned at the start of the season, like our first 11 and our bench, to be fair, is quite good as well. When you go outside of that, there's not a real, a real amount of depth in terms of quality in this team. But we don't need one because at the moment, whilst we are now playing in Europe, we're not getting that many injuries. 6 minutes of added time. My goodness, that stretcher must have taken an age to take Daniel Pedence off the pitch, as we're still currently up by a goal. By the way, Morton Forsby, I just want to briefly mention him, as I love to do, carrying a knock right now. He has literally played, I think, every single game as Trincao makes it 3-1 off the bench, and that will do it. Raul Jimenez showed today 2 goals and an assist as well. I think he's played every single game apart from maybe 1 or 2 this season. He has literally been Iron Man in this team. Now, his contract expires in 2.5 years, and I'll show you after the game. Great little 1-2 there. I'll show you after the game. He does have a minor pre-concern. I love pre-concerns in FM, because it's like, how can you tell? Wow, that's how a player's thinking. But he has a minor pre-concern that I think he wants a new contract, or he thinks that he might like to leave to a bigger club. I'm going to give him a new contract soon. Again, 2.5 years left on the deal. He deserves a bumper pay packet, man. This guy is just so consistent. Basically, after every game, I've had my assistant manager come to me and say that Morton Forsby looks a little bit jaded and could do with a rest, and I'm not one bit surprised. This guy has just been constantly in the starting 11 and never giving a break, as Francisco bags a brace to go alongside Raul's as well, and now I'll do it 4-1, won't bother with the replay. So 4 on the final score, big win there. The unbeaten run extended to 13 in all competitions. Wolves right now are just on fire. Unlucky, Luciano. Unlucky. I've bested you once again. Oh, he's gone berserk. He's gone berserk. Stormed out of a press conference. I love it. I mean, it will say that we're still on good terms whenever I can find it. Is it information? Yeah, relationship with you good. But come on, Luciano. Don't hide your true feelings, bro. So Pedro Neto out with a groin strain, 3 to 4 weeks. And Pedence pulled his ankle ligament, so not quite as serious. Morton Forsby bruised his shin. But again, he could still play on Wednesday night, this guy. This guy will play for a broken leg. Look at the positive arrows on the mental stats. Oh, I love this guy to pieces. And, oh no, the concern is gone. There was a concern there that he thought he might want to move to a bigger club or get a new contract, but now he's dropped the issue. He feels the club's league position has a lot to do with my influence as well. Morton Thorsby, surely at some point this guy is going to captain this team. 13 leadership ain't bad. Oh, Morton. He is, without question, we're only 3 seasons into the save, one of my favourite FM players ever. Love this guy. So, moving on, second and final game today is indeed the group finale against Borussia Dortmund in Germany. I'm pretty sure we'll lose anyway. So to be honest, that's why my team is going to be a completely changed 11, because Crystal Palace come on the weekend. That's our final game before we go away for the World Cup in Qatar. So because of that, what I really want to do is stay in the top 4, and a win there will guarantee that will be the case as we go away for the break. So that game, far more important than this one. Obviously, top spot is up for grabs, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure we'll lose regardless of what lineup we put out there. So 4-2-3-1, 11 changes. You've got Bettinelli in goal. Back 4 is Brandon Williams, Bolly, Cody, and Roberts. Wait, Williams started, didn't he, on the weekend? I think he did, but anyway, 10 changes then. Williams, Bolly, Cody, and Roberts was your down Ward-Prowse through the middle. Caicedo is the inside forward on the right, being left-footed, gives White the advanced playmaker, and this is a youngster that we got from our youth intake back in Season 1. Looks alright, doesn't he? Nothing spectacular, but could be okay. He'll make his debut away in Germany in a Champions League group finale. I love it. Fabio Silva leads the line. On the bench, Patricio, Otasowi, Mattison, Kem Campbell, Connor Ronan, Adama Traore, and Raul Jimenez as well. Dortmund don't know what they're in for looking at this starting lineup. Second and final game. Here we go. Final game of the group. I can imagine they're like getting psyched up for this. Like, come on, boys. Gotta make sure we top this group. And then they look at our lineup in the tunnel. They're like, what? You know? Oh my god. Oh, mate. Oh. One-on-ones in FM, I swear. You miss more than you scored. So frustrating. Oh, I would have gone ballistic as well. As Fabio gets on the move, and the Wolves reserves right now starting the game off, taking it to Dortmund. You don't expect too much from this young man on the ball, but again, he's got 16 determination and 15 for both teamwork and work rate. He's got the resolute personality. He's either-footed. So there are a few good things about this lad. Oh my word. Oh my word. How have we had 2 one-on-ones with this team away in Germany and missed them both? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. One of those should have been buried. But instead, it's still 0-0. And again, we have to win this game, don't you forget, not just draw in order to finish top. So the draw is basically a defeat. So fair play, like we've really gone for it despite a much weakened lineup. But unfortunately, you can't miss those sort of chances with this lineup and expect to get many more. Dortmund close to going in front, still 0-0, and that'll do it for the first half. Tell you what, we're in a better team here. Keep doing what you've been doing and we'll be fine. Second half to come. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're still deadlocked at 0-0, and I feel pretty confident we could go and win this, you know. Past couple of years, I've had this theory. Oh my god. Fuck it, don't deserve to win. You can't miss 3 one-on-ones with this lineup away at Dortmund. I've had this theory, anyway, the point is, since the Norwich save, when I kept using like backup teams and B teams and weakened lineups against the bigger sides in games where we're massive underdogs, that sometimes it's more beneficial than picking a stronger team, as Dortmund go in front through Jude Bellingham, who scored against me again. You'll put up a better fight with a weakened lineup, because you remember the Norwich save happened quite often. We often got results against the big teams with lineups like this, and in this game against Dortmund, I know we've just fallen behind, but again, we've had 3 one-on-ones tonight, and now we've been more clinical. We probably would have gone in with at least one of them. Still, down by a goal, and I don't think we'll come back from this. All we needed to do was take one of those one-on-one chances, 1 of 3, and Fabio Silva missed 2 of them. As Jude Bellingham squeezes in at the near post for his second of the game, and that will do it now. That is sickening. 3 one-on-one chances at 0-0, missed them all, and Dortmund scored 2 in 60 seconds. Yeah. It's okay. It's alright. Like, we were going to lose the game anyway, or so I thought. So, not too fussed. Again, second place would have done me fine when the group was drawn. Anyway, as Fabio Silva converts this one, and it's 2-1. 3 goals in 3 minutes. Half an hour still to play. I mean, I still feel Dortmund going to get another goal at some point. And I think we're going to concede a penalty through VAR as well. It's like, I don't even like get angry anymore. It's just like, you just expect it. Every 2 or 3 games, there's a VAR decision that goes against us. And again, ordinarily, as Tate makes it 3-1, and that should do it. Now, ordinarily it's the right call, but it's like, how many more times is it going to happen to us? I'd call us Wolverhampton Wanderers, but that would indicate that we often get VAR decisions in our favour. I don't think we've had a single VAR decision in our favour since this save began. I know that's an exaggeration, but still, as Usman rolls through Gibbs White, and it's 3-2. There's been 5 goals in 8 minutes. This is ludicrous. So to have created this amount of chances with this team out there against Dortmund away, definitely positives to take from this on match day 6, even though we are going to come up short in our pursuit of top spot. But as Madison wins that header, Usman is after it. And I tell you what, this kid tonight has been really impressive. As Fabio Silva gets past 1 and 2, and what on earth was that? Does the hard work, then blazes over for a 3-point conversion. Oh my god. Well, I don't know what on earth Bruno Jordão was doing there, but I think that sums up the night, really. So it's a great tackle, and then for some strange reason he chips the ball back into his area in between Bettinelli and Bolly as Maxi Gomez makes it 4. What on earth was that? Well, I'll tell you what, despite missing 3 one-on-ones, which was very frustrating to see, and then that stupid 4th goal, we did alright out there, to be fair. In fact, we did really well out there with a backup team. Defensively, less said the better, but to be fair, I can't fault you for effort. Nobody expects to win, but you gave it everything. For a backup team away in Germany, man, we could have gone 3-0 up how we turned in those one-on-ones, but in the end, it does finish as a 4-2 loss. So that will do it then. We do finish up as runners-up as Brandon Williams goes down with a groin strain, but that's okay. We're going to go to the World Cup anyway, and that will do it. We finish up as runners-up in the group. That's exactly where I thought we'd finish, and do you know what? I'll take it. Qualifying, getting out of the group, that's better than the board thought we'd do. I'll take that every day of the week. But that was this episode of the FM Reboot, guys. So big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have, then please drop a like. I'd love to you all have a fantastic day. And what we'll do is we will play the final game before the World Cup, Crystal Palace away off camera, and then we'll come back with Chelsea away in the informed Clarets on New Year's Eve as well after the World Cup, and see what happened in Qatar. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of the FM Reboot. Oh, we'll have the Champions League knockout draw as well at the start of the episode, so don't miss it. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.